In this screencast, we'll look at the idea of sum of ratings for forum posts. The idea behind sum of ratings is to be able to accumulate ratings that you allow either students or yourself to give to the post, and then collect the total sum and use that as the grade for the post or for the forum. And the way to set that up is we need to turn editing on. Okay, and you're going to go to add an activity, and you're going to go to add a form. Okay, now I've done that here, so let's go in here and update it. Okay, so when you're in here, you're going to give it a name. Standard form, that's fine. This is the text material. We're going to come down here to the section of grade. Now, the forms won't drop into the grade book unless you tell it to be graded. Alright, and so you're going to go into the grade section under the aggregate type, and you're going to choose sum of ratings. Okay, and then you have a choice between 0 and 100 as far as point total. 100 is the max. It will not go over 100. And so that's important to note, that even though you may add up all the sums, all the ratings for the form to be well over 100, maybe each student that reads the form, say there's 5 students, they all give it 100, so there's 500 total. It will never total more than the value that you give it. So let's say it was 50, and every student gives it 40, 40, 40, and it comes out to 200. Well, it's still in the grade book, the most value it can have would be 50. Okay, so you're going to scroll down and then save and return. Okay, now what we're going to do is I've actually set up some students that have made post. So now you have the sum of ratings, alright, form set up. Okay, so it's set to be the sum of ratings. So now let's go into the gradebook. Alright, you'll see here in the gradebook I have a couple of demo students. I've actually already made one post there, but let's go ahead and click on the title sum of ratings, which is the name of the form that we gave. That's why it's important, the naming convention of your form, and that it matches up with your syllabus and whatnot. Go ahead and click on that title, and that'll let us grade the ratings or the posts. So you'll see here that when you click on that, it brings you into the forum discussion, where you can see the students who started the threads, and then the title of the discussions. You're able to see how many replies there are. You're able to see the last post date. So if we click on the discussion, you'll see that gives us the thread and how many replies there have been, or how much is in this discussion. And as you see here, it gives you the ability to rate. Now here's the catch with sum of ratings, is that it's taking the total sum of all the ratings and combining them, dividing them, and then giving you a number. So in here you would be rating Jane's student, and see she got 89 out of 80, and Dave's student, we're going to give him 82 out of 100. Okay, and then you're going to hit send in my last ratings. The screen's going to take a second and refresh, and then you're right back in here. And so you would then need to either go back to the sum of ratings page we were before using the breadcrumb, or I'm just going to go back to the interface, and I'm going to drop you back into the gradebook to kind of show you what it looks like. So now you see when we come back in here, Jane's student has hers, but Dave does not, because we haven't finalized all Dave's postings yet. We have Jane, but Dave has other postings out there and demo students as well. Alright, so you're seeing the total there. Now this could all be bypassed by doing in the gradebook the manual grading, by turning on the editing and doing the quick grading. But if you're going to go through and rate each post and look at each post, and then you have to consider what each post a student makes its value, say the total is 10, so they've made 8 posts, so you have to attribute 1, 1, 1, 2 to each one. That scale is up to you to figure out, but this is how you would access it and set it up so that you could do the sum of gradings or sum of ratings for the student's forum post.